Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of When You're Delusional, You're Gonna Be on TikTok. I do hope you're gonna enjoy the video, so let's just get into it.
Oh, this one's going to ruffle some feathers, but I'm going to be completely honest.
So what I'd like to know in this dating world for people like over 50, like have men just kind of given up with the trying to date and the courting and all that?
The short and sweet answer to your question is yes. Yes, they have. They've given up. They're done. They're walking away.
Is it so bad out there like that you guys have just given up?
Now, bad doesn't even begin to cover it. Toxic, we could start with that.
Because like everybody I talk to says they go out on a date, and if the guy's buying dinner, then by the end of the night he's saying, well, like if I buy dinner, then I expect to have sex.
And there it is. Everybody you talk to, my gut feeling is, and I think it's obvious, everybody means women. Not men, women. And you're making assumptions based on what women are telling other women men are thinking, instead of listening to men.
First of all, as if, motherfuckers, like that ain't happening.
And there's that toxicity I mentioned earlier. As if. Your assumption is that that's what all men are thinking and wanting. That's not the reality, but that's what you're working from. That's the premise. So why would any man, a good man, ever put himself in that position when the first response you're going to have is as if? Are there cads out there, guys, who would do that? Sure there are, but they are few and far between. But that doesn't matter. What matters is you're going to apply that label to every single man. And then, of course, there's the other side of it. There's women who try and sleep with men on the first date, but we don't talk about them. We label all men, but if you mention even one woman, it's but, it's not us. It's not fair to label all of us like that. It's a huge double standard. And speaking of double standards,
Okay? Now, if you put on your profile, I am not interested in a relationship, and if I buy you dinner, I would like to have sex at the end of the evening. Hey, good on you.
seriously, you actually think guys would do that? Some guys might. Not the guys you want, or is it? Because the guys that would do that, they're the ones with the six-figure incomes, the six-pack abs, the six-inch you-know-what. And they do that because they can, because they know women will respond to that. The average decent guy, the ones you claim you want, the ones you reject out of hand because they don't fit the sixes, they're not going to post something like that because that's not their expectation.
Oh, I love puppies and picnics in the park, and then you take somebody to dinner and you pull that shit, well, you know what? You're just a dumbass.
And there's the final clue for you. You assume that all guys are like that, so therefore all men are dumbasses. Why would any man want to date someone who thinks that way? That would be pure insanity on his part. It's why men are walking away. They're done, not just over 50, but at any age.
It's always the same topic. Men expect this, men want that. A lot of men today are socially awkward. Some of them will even be too afraid to hold your hand at the end of the date. So no, not all men will expect that. In fact, most of them won't. If they like you enough, they're afraid moving too fast is gonna scare you away. Or in some cases, some of them are actually afraid that you're gonna call the cops because he's moving too fast. Let me read this real quick. This guy just stood me up on a $130 bill.
Alright, so I got canceled recently.
God.
Yeah. I took a girl out on a date, and I did before the bill came.
Okay. You dine and dash.
I dined and dashed. She made a TikTok about it, and it got 1.3 million views.
Okay. Why did you dine and dash?
So the bill was 130 bucks. My meal was 13 bucks. She ordered $70 crab legs and like 3 drinks.
I find that valid. Whoa. Oh, okay. I mean, that's valid. You shouldn't be canceled for that.
Yeah, no
right?
cancel, bro.
No,
Just
don't
like,
cancel this
either
man.
she pays for it or
Yeah.
you do it, you know?
I find that valid. If it's your first date and she's gonna
Run up that bill?
if she's gonna run up that bill, that's kind of screwed up.
I said my side of the story. All the girls still called me a piece of shit, right?
Nah, I have your back on this one.
There you go.
If she's gonna, like, that just.
And then I made
If she's gonna run up your bill, that means she's using you for your money. Girl. That's a whole different story. Girl.
Actually, I cashed up to her the money afterwards, right? 'Cause
Okay.
she asked for 50 bucks. I gave her 13 for my meal. She wanted 37 more, and she threatened to file a police report. And then she called my mom.
She was in the wrong, you were in the right.
Thank you so much.
And this right here is why men are tired of dating. But this is also what the lady from the first video is never going to talk about. And in fact, none of them are talking about this. Just a simple math, if you're going on 10 dates a month, that for a guy is $1,300. Just on food. The average guy is not gonna spend that type of money on you just because you feel you deserve the princess treatment. And now you're left with the type of men who will spend that type of money on you, and they'll be the ones who will expect something in return at the end of the date. You can't afford to buy eggs, but you order crab legs at the restaurant because he's paying, he's gonna expect some legs in return.
Gentlemen, I do not think you guys are grasping the situation. In all these comments, I'm hearing how you are not going to tell your sons to marry, how you are happier being single, how you would rather be a passport brother and go to a different country to find a wife. Now, while I empathetically, deeply understand your rationalization to this conclusion, believe me, I do. It's wrong on so many levels because at the same time, you guys are asking how we fix our society and how we fix our culture. There is a reason they took women out of the home. It should show you the importance of having a woman there, just like the importance of having a father in the home. If the key component to detrimentalizing our society and our culture as a whole in America is to remove the wife and the mom from the home, then the answer is to bring her back in. I am by no means here to shit on women. Honestly, as much as the puppet masters has put in to break us as a family unit and as a society, we need to fix it, and it absolutely cannot be fixed without the help of men. Sadly, men have been completely destroyed by this feminist movement. But I also don't want to shame women, and I want to bring them back home. And I can't do that alone. We need help from men. Think about what world your sons want to be raised in.
Sadly, this is the world they're gonna be raised in. At least until we learn how to work with each other again and stop bashing each other.
Women, female empowerment is not sexual liberation. You may think you're being free when you sleep with all these men, but when reality, you're actually bonding yourself energetically to multiple partners. And the standard of men that sleep with you is not the standard of men that will actually commit to you. Meaning, you might sleep with a stone cold 9 and think that's your highest value, when in reality, the only type of guy that's going to actually commit to you might be an 8, a 7, or a 6. If you sleep around and give yourself away in such a very short amount of time, all you did was just not become marriage material to them. In fact, I would go as far to say as you are nothing but a side hoe. You may not even know this man, but at the point that you gave yourself to him, he has another woman somewhere on the side that he is actually looking at committing to and is marriage material and looking at something more permanent for the rest of his life that fulfills his needs. But you were just something convenient that came along on a weekend because he got you from a club. He is not your highest standard. You are just a side hoe. I'm not saying this to be harsh. I just wish that we had a generation of moms that were willing to be this blunt with us, because your friends, honey, are giving you terrible advice. If you had a real friend, she would have told you, keep your legs closed, be honorable, be a woman, and most importantly, you have to compromise. He will not just take you as you are because he loves you. It's not Disney.
And I'm gonna end this video right here because I made it long enough. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.